Amalika Confidence, and he wrote a book that I mentioned to you yesterday, Religions and Way to God. And this man says to me, you say love is fundamental. What is love's work? From where and to where does love go? And then he said to me, if you have love and peace or wish for them, you will welcome clean-hearted debate. And in reply to this, I said to him, discussion is better than debate. I do not debate. Discussion is better. Now, let's discuss this. Number one, I did not say love is fundamental. I talk about love and how to achieve love, and I propagate the importance of love in human's life, and I also discuss what is the substance of love, how to acquire love, and from where it comes and to where it goes. Love is not like a boat. Love is not like an aeroplane. Love is not transportation. What do you mean from where love come and to where it go? I really don't understand it. I'm sorry, but this is really, bemusing. You need to understand different types of love. Love, metaphorically, is considered to be an outburst of emotions. That's what people believe. An outburst of emotions. That's what people call love. And these emotions have to be generated on constant basis. If you have an outburst of emotions for somebody for a few days and then it goes away, it's not love. It is infatuation, affection. What is affection? When you look at somebody physically and you like their body, you like their company because they are handsome or they're beautiful, and you fall for the beauty of their body, that is affection. Why is it called affection? Because it is affecting on you. So affection comes from affect. I can give an example. You're walking in a mall and you see some women who's wearing revealing clothes, and you look at her and you want to keep looking at her, and you forget, why are you here? So in a way, you are affected, aren't you? Suddenly, you forgot everything and you're just looking at that woman. Number two, if that woman was really ugly, even if she was walking naked, you wouldn't be affected. You would just continue doing whatever you were occupied with. So when we say beautiful or ugly, it is to do with the body. Obviously, you're not looking at her soul, you're not looking at her heart, you're looking at her body. This is why it is affection. Sudden change. There is another type of love. When you're a child, you have innocent love. You have love for your toys. You really love them. And you fall out with other kids. This is my toy. I won't let you play with it. Simply because they love their toys. And then you enter into a phase where you reach age of puberty. This is when you taste adolescence. The moment you enter into adolescence, there are some changes in your body. So when you reach the age of puberty and you enter into adolescence, you begin to have these feelings, these vibes. And if some woman at that time or a girl starts taking interest in you, you suddenly develop love and you become Romeo, you become Majnoon, You think, oh my gosh, I found true love of my life. I'm going to sacrifice my life for her. But that is fake understanding, because the emotions that you have at that time is due to the fact that you are entering into adolescence period, where you have new emotions. I mean, before you reach age of puberty, you don't have this kind of emotions. But as you reach age of puberty, the world changes. You're not innocent anymore. The innocence goes away. And then, as a result of this outburst of emotion at the time when you reach age of puberty, this is called puppy love or cupboard love. And it doesn't stay forever, because you have reached age of puberty, adolescence, and there are new emotions to the kitty bag. So every time you look at some woman and she takes interest in you, you think this is your true lover. And you make a list. 1 girlfriend, 2 girlfriend, 3 girlfriend, 4 girlfriend, 5 girlfriend, 10 girlfriends. And every time you change a girlfriend, you think, no, this is my true girlfriend. But as you become mature, you realize, oh, that was bullshit. This is not love. Now, when we say divine love, my friends, you have to be careful. You have to be careful in defining divine love. You're supposed to develop love for God, and you haven't seen God. You haven't spoken with God. You don't know anything about God. Whether you're a Muslim or a Christian or a Jew, or you practice any religion, you have the books, you have stories, but you have no personal experience about God. How do you develop love for God? You look at a woman and her curves and her beauty, and you fall in love with her, right? You have an outburst of emotions because you reach age of puberty and you have puppy love. But what about divine love? How do you have love for God? Obviously, even if God has a curvious body and a beautiful and a handsome body, you haven't seen him. So what is it? Some people think becoming more religious and doing all the rituals and fulfilling all the commandments of God is God's love. That's obedience. That's practice of a religion. That is not love. And then there are 2 types of love: conditional love and unconditional love. It is very easy to say unconditional love, but unconditional love is very, very rare to be seen. When we say unconditional love, it means you have love for somebody, and no matter what happens, this love will stay with you in your heart forever, and nothing will change. For example, I respect you and you respect me. If I insult you, you will insult me. But if you have love for somebody and that somebody insults you every day, do you think love in your heart for that person is not going to be affected? Of course, it will be affected. And if the other guy doesn't stop insulting and abusing, maybe this love will turn into hatred. So what is unconditional love then? There is a condition. If you behave well, I will love you. If you respect me, I will love you. If you feed me, I will love you. But if somebody doesn't do anything good, will you still love them? Humanly, it's not possible. But God has unconditional love. But before unconditional love is granted to you by God, there are many conditions to be fulfilled. Now I want to tell you, how do you obtain God's love? Now I heard some people have a problem in their heart. So in order to make the heart work properly, a pacer is installed inside the heart to generate ticking. In a similar way, we need an outburst of emotions for God in the heart. There is no connection between you and God. How would you have emotions for God? For a moment, just forget about God. If we say, please love Obama, he's very nice. Can you do that? No. And there are many examples. Generally, men go after beautiful women and who are fair in complexion and who are tall and all this. Generally, men go after them. But we have heard when the bird of love, Cupid, strikes on a heart, you will see man loves a woman who is not beautiful at all. Ugly face, no curves, nothing. But they love her. Why? Because somehow or other they have emotions for her, not for the other ones. But we haven't seen God. We need to generate outburst of emotions for God. In order to do that, God's light, God's energy has to be generated inside the heart through spirituality. God's name has God's light. It's not like your name and my name. God's name has His light. Spiritually, God's name is implanted into the heart, and thereafter the heart will vibrate with God's name constantly. As a result of this constant vibration of God's name inside the heart, divine energy is generated. And when enough divine energy has been accumulated in the heart, you begin to have feelings for God. Because now you have something from God inside your heart. And this causes to uplift the outburst of emotions for God. This is first stage of love. You begin to feel His light in your heart. However, this love is not eternal. If you do something wrong, if you do hanky-panky, and God doesn't like it, then these emotions will be gone. This love may not stay forever. The original form of love, which does not fade away, which never disappear from the heart, this form of love is granted to an individual from God, by God, only when he is spiritually ready and spiritually trained, and he makes a journey spiritually by the sole of his head, and he arrives at a station where God will see him and he will see God. The moment you see God, lights will emanate from God's body and they will come to you and they will want to pull you back to God. This attraction from God is known as pure and unconditional love. It's natural. This happens when you see God. When you see God, you cannot take your eyes off God, because from God there is some special energy that comes out, that releases from His body. It comes to you and pulls you back to God. It pulls you towards God. This is attraction. Now, if you have that energy that pulls you towards God, it will become unconditional love. Then whatever happens, this love will never depart your heart.
Aura TV. Guidance brought to you